Yo, where I'm from, they let the cartridge blast. Everybody smart in math. Lone sharks and running from the knocks and task. Streets, arts, and craft. Come on, I start to laugh. Cause I almost bought a case Rich Parker's ass. Now a nigga paid out, suede couch. I'm in a hooded things, bitch. On my way out. These cats beat Heathcliff. When I come around, they play mouse. Mickey and Minnie, Jerry and Tom, heavy in arms. Y'all in astonishment, looking for acknowledgement. Pour water on them. Make sure my seeds bubble. If you ain't hear me on Clue, I said I see double. Guns double text, hoes double sex. Count and handle my money, but I double check. Bubble Lex ain't too much more I care about. Wow, just cleared it out. L's with my liquor. Gassing up a hoe, tell her you miss her. Dealing with the old timers was a hell of a listener. Mommy is senseless. Get my moolah. I'm conscientious. Por favor. We fell off, but back on. Nigga, time to brawl. I got no time for y'all. You know how you be knowing the spots of the song and shit unless it's playing in the background. We 8-digit, you play frigid. Killer don't cookie blaze biscuits around us. Straight midgets. Jules, we keep frozen. Y'all keep dozing. The wolves in sheep's clothing. Streets buzzing. V dozen. Bitches calling me husband. Saying they fuck when we wasn't lying on the coochie. I'm eyeing for casino style. Diamonds in the doobie. But killer keep running to the timing of a groupie. 8 of a kind. If you're dope at 8 or 9, you're wasting my time. You're racing for shine. Only way you be around, mother paper boy. You quit your job and go be a paper boy. $150. $150. Air Max $150. Only New York nigga to with me. Classic. I go with SDE over all of those. You know, I think that's his best solo album. Of course, the classic Confessions of Fire. That's where we all met Cam, but nah, Come Home With Me is definitely a strong one. Purple Haze is where I start to drift a little bit. Killer Season brought it back. There's a lot of bangers on Killer Season. Crime Pays, Guns and Butter. Him and Votto definitely made a good duo. But yeah, SDE for the clear win. His best album, absolutely. And that's one of my favorite verses from Cam of all time that we was just spitting. Dutch and Spade was on there too. Was it Dutch and Spade? They murdered that shit. Murdered it. Everybody know what we're talking about with that, right? Everybody there? Everybody up to speed? I don't know. I was just thinking about some Cam music because we got a Cam topic today. But let's talk about what we got lined up this morning. Drake. Say Drake. This is some serious continued pressure. I gotta stop acting so shocked. There's literally hundreds of millions of dollars possibly on the line in this lawsuit with Drake versus UMG. I've said last year, multiple times this year on stream, I had a 50-50 chance Kendrick comes in at a legal level. Now, we're not saying that that's the case here in today's stream fully. You know, UMG getting discovery requests for Kendrick stuff at this moment isn't necessarily Kendrick being sued. I still say 50-50 chance at some point Kendrick gets subpoenaed, bare minimum. Okay. So I got a bunch of paperwork and exhibits to go through about these headlines that you guys are seeing about Drake and this update to his lawsuit. What else do we got after that? I got Geechee Gotti in the thumbnail. You know, Geechee and Jazz over there running their podcast. You might get an epic Jazz rant. One of the rants of the year. You might get Geechee talking some sideways shit that I say, hold on, Geech. We got to hold on. No. We ain't doing that. We got to talk, my nigga. So I got Geechee in the thumbnail. We're going to talk about the Cam'ron and Cuba Gooding, Omar Gooding, whichever one. Don't get mad at me if I fuck it up. But we're going to take a look at both sides of the drama. I've been watching it for a couple days now. I ignored it. I guess at this point, all right, let's do it. Let's bring it to the stream. Fuck it. What else do we have? We have a T-Hood update straight from the law enforcement side. Okay. So that's the intro. That's the stuff that we're getting into. Those are what we're going to expect the topics to land on today's stream. Some other real small stuff to close out. And you know how it is. Sometimes we'll transition or somebody will add a comment that I have. Is going to a whole nother topic. But quick update. I may or may not be here on tomorrow's stream. I had a very, very close friend of the family that passed away, and there's some arrangements going on. And once again, I may not be here tomorrow. And if I'm not here tomorrow, latest case return will be maybe Friday afternoon, because it's possible we're not here tomorrow morning and Friday morning. I'm organizing all that right now. I gotta see. And to be clear, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, y'all can maybe hear it in my voice, see it in my energy. It's not a situation where everybody, well, I'm not dragging right now. It's very, very positive energy, positive vibes. And I will say this briefly as well, without getting too into stuff. When you can see a loss coming, it helps. Like if somebody's been fighting a health fight for, like, let's say months or years, it's never easy, but it does help. Nobody wants to just pick up the phone one day and say, "Hey, what's up?" What? Like that's it. That hits way tougher. But when you can see it coming, it lightens the blow a little bit. And it's something I even mentioned on stream before, and I said, people are waiting for the call. I might have said it months ago. That time came, and it's time for fellas to group up, lift each other up. Gotta hold my man AB down, and his condolences to his family. This is a family I grew up around. So, but positive energy, positive vibes. So once again, possibly might not be here tomorrow morning and Friday morning, but we will get back latest Friday afternoon. I gotta see how the days shift out. Love you, my brother. Love you, AB. See you soon. Okay. Y'all ready to get working? Everybody okay? What's today? Wednesday. Thank you for the prayers in the chat. I really appreciate y'all. Sending them right, bouncing them from me right to my brother AB. Thank you, y'all. I appreciate that. Okay. Positive vibes, everybody. Let's get to work. So, Drake and Kendrick. All right. This update, it scared the crap out of me when I seen the headlines, and I said, "What the hell? What the hally? The fuck is going on here?" So check it out. These are the headlines that start to go around. It says Drake's legal team has requested UMG to provide all documents and domestic violence allegations involving Kendrick Lamar and Whitney Alford, in addition to Dave Free's relationship with him and his children. Why y'all gotta say her last name like that? Trying to point out that Drake is rapping the lyrics that they ain't married yet? Or am I just being petty with a thought like that? And Dave Free's relationship. What the hell does that have to do with the UMG defamation lawsuit with the center of Not Like Us? Oh, I'm going to give you some of those opinions after we go through all the paperwork. Okay. Is this real? Is Drake out here playing some big pieces on a chessboard? Possibly. And y'all are going to also develop those opinions as we go through the paperwork. So 1, 2, 3, 4, four pieces of paperwork straight from the man's docket. The Drake versus UMG docket, updated all the way through yesterday. This is all fresh off the presses, because when we see headlines like that, we want to do our best to try to validate what's going on as much as possible. All right, so let's start here. This looks like a note to the judge, and this is discovery battle times, people. There's objections about discovery. There's requests for more discovery. There's discovery already that's gone back and forth. So very intense situation between Drake and UMG, collecting of evidence, collecting of items that's going to enforce somebody's defense or, of course, accusations. Let's read this piece right here to the judge from Drake's side. The AC is replete, and the allegations regarding Grainge's role in approving the publication and promotion of the defamatory material, his position of control over the artist UMG represents, the workplace code by which UMG operates, and his knowledge of the ongoing harm to Drake and Drake's denials of the allegations in the defamatory material. The AC alleges that Grainge was involved in the initial publication of the recording and image and video. The AC alleges that UMG has always known that Drake is not a pedo and had no history of SA abuse. And that UMG's substantial investment in Drake as one of the flagship artists evidences as much. The AC connects these allegations directly to Grainge, alleging that in 2022, he praised Drake's contract extension by calling him one of the biggest artists of today and expressed that UMG couldn't be more excited about what lies ahead for its relationship with Drake. The AC also alleges that Grainge is the author of the introduction to the UMG Code of Conduct, which states that UMG does not tolerate human rights abuses such as human trafficking and unsafe or unfair work practices, and only conducts business with partners who share our commitment to protecting human rights. Let me pause there for a second. What's Drake doing? What's his legal team doing right there? They're pulling on code of ethics. They're pulling on HR. They're pulling on possible contractual agreements. Me coming into your company of UMG and the expectations of both places, no different than just being in the corporate America office, right? Some of us are heading to our 9 to 5s right now. You may have signed something when you onboarded to that company that says, hey, you're not allowed to discriminate based on somebody's nationality. Well, guess what? It goes in both directions. The company is to uphold that. The employee/artist is to uphold that. That's really what we just read. Drake going after legally and contractually sound pieces to not promote pedos. Smart, tactical, it makes a lot of sense. Very logical. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. At the beginning of the code of conduct, Grainge says they're fucking reading the employee handbook here. At the beginning of the code of conduct, hey, if it's part of it, it's all a chessboard. All right, let me keep going. At the beginning of the code of conduct, Grainge says the UMG's leadership should be held accountable for the decisions we make and how we conduct ourselves. The AC alleges that Grainge has personal knowledge of the massive harm created by false accusations of sexual misconduct and how much accusations can destroy someone's reputation instantly. A single lie can destroy a reputation of integrity, and that while it makes years to build a reputation, it can be ruined in 5 minutes. The AC connects UMG's incentive to devalue Drake's music and brand in order to gain leverage in negotiations for an extension of his contract, with Grainge alleging that he is well known for the encouragement of competition between the UMG record labels. Right there, that's a little hint that, I mean, it's very clear in the part that says this is to devalue him for negotiations. Money, money, money. Drake as an artist under UMG. Clear cut. Let's no more conspiracy theories, okay? And we've kind of already seen that in past paperwork. But once again, stop the conspiracy theories of Drake suing for something else. That is his ultimate allegation. It's not that you want Kendrick to be bigger than me. It's not that you fell out with me, or you thought I flirted with your daughter. No, it's negotiations for my deal, and you are attempting to devalue me with this not like us, defamation, Kendrick, and all of that stuff. Clear cut. All the other shit, put it to bed. Okay, it's in black and white. So that is the incentive. The AC connects UMG's incentive to devalue, blah, 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 known as encouragement of competition. Now, the encouragement of competition, I don't see how that hurts. It's once again, if I own both artists, Kendrick and Drake, I don't give a fuck who wins, right? But I still would expect equal treatment of both, especially in a battle or within promotions, right? You're gonna put out one song, you can't not put out the other, okay? The AC alleges direct involvement in Grammy publication by Grainge, who was present for the event and captured on video celebrating the recordings and the winnings Grammy recordings of the year. We know that. The AC also alleges in detail the legal demand sent by plaintiff to senior ranking UMG officials in July of August 2024. There is no doubt that Grainge was made aware of these detailed denials from Drake, as well as Drake's description of the harm he had suffered as a result of the false allegations. Since the filings of AC, plaintiff now also has reason to believe that Grainge was personally involved in decisions made regarding the marketing and promotion of the recording around the release. According to Grainge, is likely to have documents responsive to many of the plaintiff's requests for production, including just by way of example. And we're going to get into these requests that we see here. Now, him being at the awards and high-fiving Dr. Dre and all that. Okay, cool. Use that and say, this is him, driving home his ultimate master plan. It's imagery. All right. It's imagery. And if you feel like you can use it, go ahead and fucking use it. This is litigation, I guess. Okay. But the continued pressing of Not Like Us, when you feel like it's known that the allegations are being made to be fake, they're also being denounced by me, and it goes against your workplace stipulations and rules and agreements, then yeah, it's an angle for Drake. But then of course UMG has always taken the position that music and lyrics are satire. Also, you have the big haymaker that Drake still has to find his way around. You defamed him also in your lyrics. Like, what are we doing here? And the stuff that you rapped about, you asked him to rap about. These allegations were there before Kendrick. We don't got to get into that. We're all up to speed on that stuff. All right. I think one more piece here, and then we need to get into the exhibits. Full clarity on what's going on in the docket as of yesterday. Additionally, UMG has taken the position that plaintiff must prove that particular individuals at UMG acted with actual malice with respect to UMG's publication and republication of the recording. Given the plaintiff has alleged Grainge to be one of the individuals at UMG who acted with actual malice, plaintiff is entitled to seek discovery into Grainge's files for the purpose of proving Grainge's actual malice. Now, that could be your real target, and that would make sense. And even if it's your target tactically, it makes sense. Now, a lot of people is going to say, am I going to just really put Lucian at the front of the flagship saying that he concocted the malice against me in the form of Not Like Us? Kendrick's the one that walked into the fucking studio and wrote this shit. Lucian wasn't there ghostwriting. He wasn't throwing in ideas. He didn't call Kendrick or text Kendrick and say, you want to know it'd be good if you use the pedal angle. Like, it's going to be hard to prove that without getting this type of shit in discovery, having a text message, a phone call, an email, some type of proof or whatever. People don't want to believe that, right? But still, the reason why this makes a lot of sense for Drake legally is because if you accuse Lucian of having malice intentions, it then constitutes all the things you're looking to get from discovery from him, which damn near at this point is everything, including not just, we spoke when it was like Kendrick's contracts. Now we're seeing the headlines of like, what about domestic abuse? And what about Dave Free as potentially the real father of Kendrick's son or Kendrick's child, right? So Lucian, I'm accusing you of total malice here, right? So now the discovery items that I think you may have make sense, especially if I'm not suing or subpoenaing Kendrick, right? I need to make you be just as bad, if not worse than Kendrick, so that the stuff that I need in this case, I can hopefully get from you, even though a lot of us would feel that's Kendrick shit though, no? It's Kendrick's rhyme book, no? Like, why are you asking Lucian for Kendrick's rhyme book? Because I think that Lucian was a part of the whole idea. You get it? Right? Tactically, it makes sense. UNG cannot carry its burden to justify its refusal to search Grainge's files. There you go. Okay? This last one, let's take this one. UMG is now taking the position that Grainge had no meaningful involvement in the matters and decisions at issue in the litigation, having previously argued that he had no role in the matters at issues in the litigation, and that any limited relevant information is expected to be cumulative or duplicative of John Janik, CEO of Interscope, Monte Lipman, CEO of Republic, or others unspecified custodians. I mean, that makes sense for UMG to take that position, right? Makes a lot of sense. Shit, why you blaming me, man? I'm just the distributor, the owner of the content, the platform, the promoter. The fuck? Makes sense. Drake is trying to prove otherwise. Okay, let's move on. And here, folks, we have Exhibit 1. these headlines that's going around. Let's start to see what's going on with them. Exhibit 1. Once again, this is from the last entry on the docket and the exhibits filed along with that motion. Okay. What do we got in Exhibit 1? United States District Court, Southern, blah, 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 blah. Drake versus UMG. Plaintiff's first set of requests for production to defendant UMG Recordings Incorporated. That title reads like discovery process, right? I'm going to spare you guys a lot of the headache, and we're just going to go for Kendrick since it's a Kendrick headline we're seeing going around. All right, here's the first finding here. Number 2. Under specific definitions, recording refers to the vocal performance of the recording artist Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, professionally known as Kendrick Lamar, and embodying the musical composition co-written by Kendrick Lamar titled Not Like Us, which was first published on May 4, 2024. What's next for Kendrick? We saw that. Okay, here we go. Document request number 1. All contracts and agreements between you and Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, his agents, or anyone working on his behalf, including all contracts and agreements reflecting your right to approve, reject, refuse to publish, edit, amend, alter, or veto the publication of Kendrick Lamar Duckworth's musical works, music videos, or other content. That's very broad. It's a lot of data, a lot of information there, a lot of personal shit, a lot of numbers, a lot of money, all types. That's a lot. All right. Let's go to the next finding. Document request number 3. All communications involving Ramon Alvarez Smirkle related to the recording, image, or video of the promotion of any musical works by Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. Let's not rush. Let me take a second. Ramon Alvarez Smirkle. It's like a pet detective name, like really something Finkel or whatever. Like what? Who is this person? Ramon Alvarez Smickle, Finkel, Ray Finkel. Motherfucker look like Drewski if this is his picture. Dude looks exactly like Drewski, son. All right, who is Ramon Alvarez Smickle, Ray Finkel? I can't unhear Pet Detective now. My bad, y'all. All right. Current role, Ramon Alvarez Smickle, whatever, serves as Senior Vice President, Head of Urban Digital Marketing at Interscope Geffen A&M Records, overseeing digital strategies across high-profile roster that includes artists like J. Cole, Playboi Carti, Juice WRLD, so forth and so on. Benny Blanco. Okay. All right. I could see why you want to include him there in all communications between. Makes sense. Let's keep going. Document request number 4. All documents and communications relating to the payment and reimbursement of discretionary marketing funds for the benefit of Kendrick Lamar Duckworth or any person working on his behalf, including but not limited to Anthony Saleh. I'm going to assume that person, Anthony, may have something to do with marketing and promotions or all that type of stuff, right? But all documents and communications related to the payment and reimbursements of discretionary marketing. How about them bank account statements? I want to know if dude that's on the run that we're trying to find via 20 different subpoenas. I want to see if I could see a payment to him. I want to see your PayPal report because you sent me back my deposit verb. I want to see if that came from your bank account, which I know it didn't because you was just asking me for a couple $100 to put a different battery in your car. Or I want to see if somebody sent you that deposit to then give to me. Right? This is where the transactions matter. Then, even if there are legitimate endpoints that are expected, what about the amount? Did you throw a little bonus in? Hey, man, I know I owe you $1 million, but here's $2 million. Go ahead and put that Not Like Us on 10. Or give it the platinum push. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just makes sense to look for this type of stuff. You never know what you're going to find if you get all these type of communications. Okay. All right. What's next? In the document request number 5, all documents and communications relating to any allegations, concerns, complaints, or reports, whether formal or informal, oral or written, made by to you related to payola violations regarding any musical works by Kendrick Lamar or Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. Payola, there it is. Dare I say, other things could absolutely come in. Kendrick could be sued, obviously. Payola could crush UMG, and that's like federal guidelines for federally regulated airwaves to protect radio and all these. It's federal. Payola is the violation of federal law and regulations, people. So you get your hands on some of this stuff. UMG is in trouble for way more than saying, "Oh, we just trying to push this narrative on Drake so that we can pay him 400 million again instead of 700 million." Right? All right. Last but not least, in Exhibit 1, let's see what we got for Kendrick. This is just a link to a piece of evidence here, a clip singing. Grammy deletes clip, crowd singing Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us, and lawsuit. So we're trying to say that clip of the crowd that was aired live singing along with the song. If you go replay it now on their YouTube channel or something like that, that piece is not in there. I mean, we all seen it. It's no different than the halftime show. We were sitting around waiting to see what would happen. Is he going to play the song? All right, song's playing. Is he going to say certain bars? Okay, he's saying them. Is the crowd going to react? Wow, crowd's reacting. No different than the Grammys. What song are they going to play if he wins an award and he's walking to the stage? Damn, yeah, they playing it. Oh shit, the whole crowd is singing it. No different. But how about this? In all seriousness, the removal of certain things points in the direction of trying to prove cleanup. Okay. Hey, Queso's father, why'd you burn the clothes? Because a fucking crime was committed in them. Check. You get it? So makes sense. Let's move on. We got another piece of paperwork here, another motion before we get to the almighty Exhibit 4. Okay. This looks like a letter once again to the judge. Dear counsel, right, to memorize our April 17, 2025 meet regarding blah, blah, preliminary matters, protective order, org chart. Damn, they want UMG's org chart. Don't you got that already? Search terms, objections. Okay, yeah. The objections, I think, is what matters. This is Exhibit 2. Let's go for Kendrick again. Spare you guys. First one, under an objection. Objection number 5. You reiterated UMG's representation that it has no control over what Kendrick Lamar performs live. We requested that UMG produce documents to support that representation. You represented that such documents are encompassed by and within the scope of what UMG has agreed to produce in response to request number 1. UMG is saying, yo, as far as what these guys write, what they do, what they perform live, we don't restrict that. We don't micromanage that, and that's also in our policy. There's like objection. Show me the policy. Because I don't see that in my paperwork on Drake's side. All right. Objection, very logical there. Let's go number 2. Request number 3. Reserving all rights. We agreed to narrow this request by removing the following language: or the promotion of any musical works by Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. You agree to confer with your client and get back to us. That's UMG having to go back and forth to Kendrick. Kendrick is spending legal fees right now. Absolutely. During the whole course of this lawsuit. Because anytime that UMG goes to Kendrick can't just pick up the phone. Hey, Lucian, what's up? What do you need? Okay, let me check the emails. No. Lucian and Kendrick have a business agreement. They're not friends. They don't trust each other, especially in this. I think we saw last year in some paperwork or earlier this year that almost showed UMG is willing to hang Kendrick out there. Yeah, matter of fact, we read that, right? It was some shit that says, don't come to us, go to Kendrick. Damn. Right? So anytime Kendrick gets hit up by UMG's lawyers, anytime he gets a request, anytime they try to move discovery to Kendrick through UMG, anything, Kendrick's got to speak to his lawyers. Kendrick shouldn't even be directly talking to anybody. His lawyer should be representing him. So yes, he's spending money on this shit right now as well. He has to be. What's next for Kendrick? Last but not least, this is a footnote. Grammys deletes clip again. Okay. All right. Let's get out of that guy and let's get to the last but not least. Exhibit 4. These allegations or these headlines going around. Drake wants proof or discovery items of beating on Whitney by Kendrick. Is that true? Is that true? Drake wants proof of allegations or whatever that Dave Free or whoever, is the real father. Is that true? Exhibit 4 shall teach us true or not. It's a 24-pager. And let's go Kendrick. Let's see. First finding of Kendrick or that Kendrick Lamar Duckworth has information about any of the aforementioned allegations. Cool. Let's go to the next one. Recording refers to the vocal performance of the recording artist Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, professionally known as Kendrick Lamar, and embodying the musical composition co-written by Kendrick Lamar titled Not Like Us, which was first published May 4th. Cool. Next, document request number 21. These are new numbers that weren't on the last exhibit, right? That we went over. Okay. All documents and communications relating to social media posts about plaintiff Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, the allegations, the pre-action discovery petitions, the complaint, or any allegations contained in the complaint, the recording, the video, the image, the 2025 Grammy Awards, and or Super Bowl halftime show. Damn, Kendrick. Next up, document request number 22. Documents sufficient to show all social media accounts you control that posted or shared content relating to plaintiff Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, the allegations, the pre-action discovery petitions, the complaint, or any allegations contained in the complaint, the recording, the video, the image, the 2025 Grammy Awards, and or Super Bowl halftime show. Cool. Document number 23. All documents and communication relating to any analysis you conducted or commissioned of social media engagement or discussion related to plaintiff Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, the allegations, the pre-act. I want to see where you guys colluded, man. That's a lot of what we just read, those last couple ones. I want to see you and Kendrick coming together to conspire against me, man. You're not supposed to have nothing to do with this battle, Lucian. I think you put a foot in it. You didn't put a foot on my side, nigga. That's what I think a lot of stuff that we're reading right now. All right, what's next? All documents and communications relating to deletion or removal of your social media post and or comment about plaintiff Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, the allegations, the pre-action discovery petitions, the complaint, or any allegations continue, yada, yada, cleanup. Okay. Number 25. All documents and communications relating to the deletion or removal of social media. We saw that. Okay, cool. 28. All documents and communications relating to any removal reports or limits on users' comments on your social media, YouTube accounts that relate to plaintiff Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. One thing I want to say about that briefly, like the cleanup stuff, like if you didn't screenshot it yourself and you don't have it, or you can't find it on the internet, somebody's blog, somebody's social media, some podcaster that already has it in their footage, you might be fucked. Like, if you're still requesting it, then maybe you don't have it through some other means then. So good luck getting some of this stuff, the cleanup stuff. If somebody's, deleting comments and all right. Next. Number 33, documents is sufficient to show the value of Kendrick Lamar's recording catalog from January 1st, 2020 to present, including but not limited to any validations thereof, formal or informal, that you conducted, commissioned, or considered. Why does that matter? Why do you need to know the value of Kendrick's catalog from 2020 to present? Are you trying to show an increase when you have the Drake battle and the Drake engagement? Are you trying to prove that via some of his numbers and metrics that you're trying to use him to replace you? How he could have gone about metrically to devalue? Like, I could understand the logic and a bunch of angles there, but okay, let's continue. Number 35, all documents and communications relating to the negotiations of Kendrick Lamar current contract with UMG, included but not limited to the documents and communications from including Steve Berman. Okay, I want to know the contractual stuff. Document request number 50, from January 1st, 2014 to present, all documents and communications relating to allegations of domestic violence, violence against women, and/or other forms of violence committed by Kendrick Lamar. And there goes one. There you have one of them. It's real. These social media posts that are going around, it's real. Exhibit number 4, straight from the last motion. From January 2014, all communications relating to allegations of domestic dispute, violence against women, and all forms of violence committed by Kendrick Lamar. Oh. So one thing that labels will always fucking do is help people out of jams. They'll come out with the brooms. You saw that scene in John Wick? John Wick had the home invasion. 30 niggas ran up in his crib. He killed them all. He made that little secret phone call to his connects, his UMG, gave him a couple gold coins. They came in, they mopped up, they cleaned up, pulled all the bodies out, whatever. Shh, nobody know nothing about nothing. Why wouldn't I protect my artists? Why wouldn't I protect the person that's making me millions upon millions of dollars? Why would I ensure that I use my power and my connects powers to hush anything that could hurt? It's like Vodafly gives an example of me announcing Jay Mills versus Enes. This is, of course, after his poor performance versus K-Shine, and people say, well, we don't need Jay Mills too much. And then I continue to work with Jay Mills and say, I think he's getting better. And Vodafly puts out a blog when I started promoting Closure. Jay Mills versus Enes gets announced. Vodafly is tearing at Jay Mills, as he has the right to, as a blogger, his own criticism. I called him because of our relationship. Yo, Vada, I'm UMG. I'm Lucian in this moment. I need you to fall back a little bit on Jay Mills, man. Like, I respect you keeping it real with your fan base, but if you could do me a solid, man, give him a chance. Give him a chance. I think he learned a lot. I'm having conversations with him. He's very confident. Give him a chance. Give him the second try. It's Jay Mills. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the pioneer guys. Some of the first battle that people ever seen. Him versus Murder. Can he get a shot, my nigga? Please, like, don't kill him, my nigga. Dumb it down a little bit for me. Vada. My nigga, I got you. That's how that go. Relationships, networks, rapports, favors for each other, all types of shit. Yo, Piper Boy, yo, Chris, yo, Angry Fan, yo, can you do this for me? Can you blog about? Can you promote this for me? Every league owner. Can you not talk about this for me? Can you delete this? Can you change this title? Battle rappers do it to the bloggers too. This is an example. Same fucking thing. So UMG, if you have what we saw earlier, this corporate level policy of conduct that doesn't adhere to, support, promote anything when it comes to domestic violence, let me go ahead and get my hands on you sweeping under the rug domestic violence, but then turning around in 2024 and promoting me to be a pedo. Big fucking angle. You want the second haymaker to this? Not just if you could get your hands on this, is this a big deal for your case for Drake? If you can get your hands on some type of proof that UMG knows about any of this type of stuff, these accusations. Here's the second thing. Drake coming out of all of this lawsuit stuff, whether he wins, whether they settle and say, man, just hold this $200 million and leave us the fuck alone, whether he loses, whatever, however this case turns out, it also could be priceless for Drake. Revelation, black and white, 1000% proof that allows him to say, y'all are turning on me. Y'all are saying I'm the pedo. Y'all are saying I'm the bad guy. I'm the person with the disgusting behavior. But here's black and white proof. It's actually your savior and your king and your leader of the industry right now, your Superman. It's really Kendrick. And here's the proof of UMG working wonders to scratch underneath these alleged facts of this taking place in 2014 and then again in 2016. Hey, ladies, black women that y'all want to act like I'm shitting on, black culture. How do y'all feel about this black queen that's getting represented, getting her ass whooped in this article right here, or this picture that UMG was hiding of allegedly. I'm just painting a picture of this big ass bruised and battered face looking like Martin after Tommy Hearns. That's priceless. To be able to muddy Drake in that fashion, I mean, Kendrick in that fashion, and say this whole time, y'all was against me, but I took all the shots. Thank you to my loyal fans that was there for me. Thank you, Maul. Thank you, academics. Thank you for holding me down. But as for all you people that killed me and dragged me and said I'm the worst person in the world and I shouldn't be doing music anymore, you're going to keep that same energy now that we know this about Kendrick? Because ain't no proof come out about me touching an underage woman. You got the proof? Show me. 2 big haymakers if he gets his hands on any of this stuff via Lucian or UMG. Super haymakers. All right. Just to be complete, let's finish the entries for Kendrick. Number 51, from January 1st, 2019 to present, all documents and communications related to David Isaac Frehley or whatever, aka who? Dave Free, and his relationship with Kendrick Lamar, Kendrick Lamar Duckworth's children. Not only do I get to beat you, UMG, not do I get to prove my case, not only do I get to take Superman out of his throne, right? But oh yeah, I should search this document for LeBron. He wants all the dessert with it. Like, fuck that. Dave Free. Nah, man, I got a good source. Man. I believe my source. My source charged me $50,000 allegedly, because Kendrick said that he put money out to get dirt on him. That's why I said that, y'all. But allegedly. I got a good source. Nah, nigga. I really think there's something more to the picture with Dave Free, that woman, and those children. Now, they're not like us video drops, and you see Kendrick standing over his beautiful children and the family portrait shot, and they got the ears together and all that type of shit. You know, Kendrick got Dave Free all in the video. I just don't think that Kendrick stands that close to somebody that he believes is remotely close to his wife in anything suspect. What man does, you know, even if you feel like nothing happened, but maybe even a small violation, yo, you DM'd my girl behind my back, you just disconnect. You're not in the video shaking their hands and making millions of dollars with them and running around with them. And it just doesn't work that way. But Drake wants the info if it's there. So that one, I don't take it as serious as the last one. But this one, it's there. It's there. All right. 59, from January 1st, 2023 to present, all executed independent radio promotion agreements related to the recording of Kendrick Lamar. Document number 75, all documents and communications with Kendrick Lamar, his agents, and anyone working on his behalf relating to meaning. This is just a broad stroking one. So it seems. Therefore, including but not limited to the following. Say, Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. Just make sure you hide your little sister from him. Certified lover boy, certified pedo, trying to strike a chord, and it's probably a minor. Shape the stories how you want. Hey, Drake, they're not slow. Rabbit hole. All the lyrics that we know of, okay, and what they supposedly represent. The name got to be registered and placed on neighborhood watch. Yeah, so all documents and communications. You better not have, Lucian, a text to Kendrick or an email or any documentation of, yo, man, that whole pedo angle, man. You know what you need to talk about too? Because I had a rumor came across my desk, you know what I'm saying, of whatever allegation that's in Kendrick's song, right? I heard about that. Angle pitching, angle discussion, angle outcome. Nobody believes that Lucian is ghostwriting any of this shit, right? But just any discussions around some of these lyrics and some of these angles before, during, and after, I can use. So I want it. I want it. I want it. I want it. And that's the end of it. That's the end of it. So the Drake moves and chessboard remains very, very strong. What do you expect? His lawyers aren't supposed to be $5 an hour lawyers and shit. Drake's probably spending a lot of money on this type of legal process, but he got it. And there's so much money at stake. So because imagine if Drake comes across with damages of not just these negotiations, hundreds of millions of dollars allegedly, but what about the amount of money that I can show was allegedly lost during this whole aftermath of the battle, and also what I think could be lost in years to come, 10, 20 years from now. 5 years from now, I'm supposed to be putting out songs, and the residuals from these songs should have been earning me all this money throughout all these years and even into my retirement. You've diminished all that by 30% over the next 15 years. Like it's a lot of, when you count up the losses that Drake could put on the table during the battle, all the way after, as well as the negotiations, you're talking over $1 billion, possibly. That's no reach. Think about it. If his last contract allegedly is $400 million, and he's obviously trying to negotiate for more, then the aftermath and then the continuing of your career. Like, that's like me saying, I operated RBE for 10 years. I feel like what you did right here stopped RBE from operating for the next 10 years. So then if I show you what I made for the last 10 years, I want that and then some, assuming that I'm going to show a trend of going up for the last 10 years, right? So why would I try to show anything different for the next 10 years? All these type of, it's a lot. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. And this is why UMG went so hard at trying to get this dismissed. It's a big battle because it's a lot of money. Multi generational money at play here. All right. I'm going to take this one comment and then we're going to move on. It says Drake spiraling. We've seen Drake spiraling type of behavior from some of his post-battle actions, things that he said, things that he done. The LeBron shit is just weird as fuck. The fighting Irish, the Hey Delilahs and all this. Yes, we've seen some spiraling shit. Like, dude, get a hold of yourself. But this lawsuit is not spiraling. The lawsuit does not represent Drake spiraling. And you got to remember, Drake ain't smart enough to do all this shit. We keep questioning a lot of stupidity that he does. This is his legal team, and they are playing ball. Like the documents that we're reading, they got some great angles, man. Great angles. I would have never thought to go after the corporate UMG company HR level codes of ethics or code of ethics. But then you can use that and then say, okay, look, so when I tell you I'm not a pedo, we know what UMG's defense is to that: the artistry side, the satire side, the hip hop side, the battle rap is what they all do side. We know it. We know that. But this is Drake's side of it. It's logical as fuck. All right. Yeah, Sniper. All right, let's move on. Let's go to battle rap. I got Geechee. In the thumbnail. Let me play a video of Sir Geechee Gotti, and then we're gonna talk a little bit. What do I got? I gotta fuck around and watch y'all daily. I gotta see what y'all up to over there, Geechee and Jazz. I definitely check them out a lot. It's a dope duo. Shout out to my man EK over there too. Shout out to the whole platform. What's in the background? Y'all got some callers in the background. What kind of sneakers in the background? All right, look at this caption. This is your Twitter, right? This is you, Geechee, saying this.
No. The culture is cheating.
Oh hell no! Don't play it yet. Let me make sure I get all of this right. All right, this is your Twitter, verified, checking all that, right? Cool. PSA: battle rappers are not cheating the culture. Should how good a battle rapper performs be based on how much they got paid? And then he puts, hell yeah. All right, let's do it. Let's play it. Let's watch this together.
No. The culture is cheating the culture because y'all trying to get discounted. You know what I'm saying? I don't get no. I gotta speak on it, because it don't work like
speak
that.
On it, cuz.
You don't get to go to motherfucking 5-star restaurant and ask for the tomahawk steak, and they like, oh man, this motherfucker costs $100, and you like, well, can I give you $20 for that? And you still want that? No, we got a steak for that. It ain't gonna be tomahawk. Oh, but we can get you $20. It can look like tomahawk and everything. We'll even call it that if that's what you want it to be called. That's what happens when you get the discounted price. Oh yeah, Geechee will show up, be the same dude. He look like him, dress like him, and all that. You know what I'm saying? But is he finna give you? No, you didn't pay for tomahawk Geechee. You paid for NY strip, nigga.
So you gonna get tomahawk Geechee?
The fucking nigga mean? You niggas can work harder. I'm working smarter, and that's why I'm main eventing and running and doing shit like that, because they know when it's time to pay for the show. Other than that, nigga, cheat yourself.
Nigga said tomahawk Geechee, son. It's over. Where's Jazz's face? Hold on. Look at Jazz's face, B. That nigga said tomahawk Geechee, son. All right, first and foremost, what definitely is apparent to me when I watch a video like this is Geechee, you getting that money, man. You got some money over there, man. Watch out. Verbs is on deck. Careful, B. What is tomahawk in? 5-star restaurant tour. You eating good, huh? Your man, hold couple dollars, man. You know what I'm saying? Can I get a you and Jazz is up there, you know, always, not always, but you guys got a lot of RBE reaction footage and shit. Face Off, Hitman Cassidy, and Mook and Verb, and Face Off reactions and battle reactions. The RBE library, contracted, copywritten, owned, master content. You getting all this tomahawk money. Yo, throw your boy a little something. My Cash App, B. I'm gonna say, can I get a little $10 Cash App? Can I get a $10 Cash App, Geech? You know what I'm saying? I want to get my way up to the tomahawk steaks and all that type shit too. Now, all right, let's talk. Let's have a little bit of fun with this topic. I like this topic a lot. Seeing battle rappers' perspective versus league owners' perspective versus bloggers and fans' perspective is always interesting to me. 4 different types of perspectives, 4, 5, 6, however many renditions of. One thing that I think doesn't land for me, that I miss, when you say I can show up on a stage as Geechee Gotti and it's gonna look like Geechee Gotti. It's gonna sound like Geechee Gotti. It's gonna be dressed like Geechee Gotti. I'm gonna have on the Geechee Gotti outfit. But when you hear me start rapping, it's not the tomahawk, right? How does that correlate to any other industry where there's expectations and fans and consumers? So let's look at it. Let's go into boxing. All right. Here I am, a promoter. I want to give Floyd Mayweather $400 million to fight Manny Pacquiao. Right. My bad. Actually, I want to give him $50 million to fight Manny Pacquiao. Way underpaid. Way underpay him. 50 is an underpayment. Isn't that crazy? 50 million. I'm going to underpay him with 50 million. He's going to promote. Maybe. Actually, he won't. That's a better point. He won't promote. He's not going to come out with the fireworks. He ain't going to walk down the aisle with Rick Ross and none of that type of shit. He's going to step through the ring. I might get a shoulder roll or two. Boom, boom, boom. He might get dropped. You know what I'm saying? Definitely not going for the knockout. Definitely just going to dance and use his footwork for 12 rounds and whatever. And then if he gets on camera and says that's what the promoter paid for, that flies. All right, let's get boxing out of here. Let's try basketball. Because I'm gonna use all top ranking people because Geechee is a top ranking person. Geechee is a modern era Mount Rushmore. He is one of the all time greats. His resume shows it. His work shows it. His impact shows it. His views show it. So I gotta use the examples of the big dogs, right? LeBron. LeBron gets on the court. You know what I'm saying? This is the smallest contract of his career. You know, him re-upping now in the last few year stages of his career with the Lakers. Um, he needs to take the court now and say, this is last final year's contract LeBron. This ain't Cleveland contract LeBron. The Lakers is treating me like shit because they got Luca now. You see what they offered me, but you want to know what? My family and friends stay here in LA. I'd really be bluffing. You know what I'm saying? Me and Rich Paul, we be bluffing. We just be applying pressure. We know damn well we ain't leaving no Lakers and we ain't leaving LA. Shit, the moment I leave, they're going to treat Bronny like they're going to treat Thanos if Giannis leaves. I'm staying right here. But y'all know I ain't leaving and y'all cut me that salary because you on Luca. Oh, okay. I filled all these seats. Now, because you got Luca, you going to get the layup LeBron. The tomahawk Geechee and the layup LeBron. Geechee does this. You get the layup LeBron. That's cool for the fans. Would an NBA player of a superstar status does it work that way because of the payment changing? No. So it doesn't work in boxing, doesn't work in basketball. I don't need to go into football. I don't go pull Messi in soccer. I don't need to go Tiger Woods in golf. I don't need to go nowhere. That shit works in battle rap. That shit don't even work on movies with top ranking actors. I could watch Samuel L. Jackson go to hell and back with his acting attempt in Deep Blue Sea. People think that's a shitty movie, one of his shittiest roles. He's still up in there screaming, being Sam trying to be grade A Samuel L. Jackson. So watch this now. Now let's get to the leagues part of this. Leagues sometimes know that that's the aftermath and sometimes they don't. An experienced league owner knows that because there are league owners that can go after, let me just fill a card. Let me fill a venue. Let me call Charlie Clips. Yo, Clips, I know that I only got this 10 grand for this cheaper bag for you. But just give me, 90-second rounds because I know you on YouTube Clips, you good for even with an up and comer 500,000 views. Shit, it's all good. Or it could be shaking Sue Surf's hand backstage and say, it's all good. I got 2 out of you. It's because you know that person's gonna put asses in the seats, people on the stream, views on the YouTube, right? And I know that I'm not trying to get the best version of you based on what I'm negotiating and paying. And I might even fucking say it to you on the phone. Hey, man, listen, man, just go ahead and give me 90 seconds, man. Don't even tell people that it's not. Matter of fact, don't even tell people it's not 3 rounds. The flyer is just going to say Geechee Gotti versus Big Cannon. When they show up on the stream and shit, then they find out it's a 1 rounder. Yeah, league owners do all this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So then it's definitely understood between Geechee and the league owner, and I'm not trying to say with that type of malice that I just gave an example of, like, let's say the example with T-Top and Geechee. But when T-Top did his card, Geechee's on stage rapping, this is only a favor. And it's clearly we watching this stream that we paid $40, $50 for and saying, this is a fucking E game Geechee Gotti, not an A game Geechee Gotti. Geechee Gotti on 10, when we watch him come out with a 5-minute first round and all crazy all this type of shit when he's battling Hitman, it's not only because he's battling Hitman. The business is there. To Geechee's point that he just made, the business is he's getting paid top dollar deposit and back end, and he might also have a side deal or a stream deal and all types of stuff. So you're going to get the promotion. You're going to get the Floyd Mayweather shoulder roll. I'm going to go for the knockout in 5 rounds. You're not going to get LeBron layup LeBron. You're going to get LeBron with the go up righty, reverse lefty. He did that this year, right? Old LeBron. He still is capable of getting up on that rim, right? Geechee does this. Y'all niggas can't talk like me. And I'm definitely the reference king. Don't play with me with your tomahawk shit. You dealing with the real reference king over here. You got to have like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different references within a span of 2 minutes if you really does this. That tomahawk shit is too light for a nigga like me. Geechee, challenge is on, B. Fuck is y'all doing? This I'm around. The reason why y'all got to be careful how you step is because I'm still here. I'm still around. Damn, ARP, that's a threat. Yeah, nigga. All right, but back on track again. So you got the leagues that know that shit. How about the inexperienced leagues that I almost call them stupid? How about the inexperienced league owners that don't know? They on the phone with Gotti for the first or the second time. And I'm telling Gotti, yo, man, I'd love to have you on my platform. I just got this 5 bands. How can we work this out? Gotti, and when I'm saying Gotti's name here, I'm not acting like I know this for sure, like I was on these phone calls. I'm using his name as hypotheticals or examples, okay? Gotti, in a lot of these calls, isn't telling that league owner, well, you know what? Then if all you got is 5, I got you, but I'm bringing the New York strip. I'm just warning you right now. Like I might choke, I might stumble. You might get a round and a half written. I'm a freestyle the rest of that shit. Like that's not the conversation. The conversation be like, you know what? I'm gonna work with you. You know, I normally get like 15 or 20 for a situation like this, but go ahead and give me the 5. It's all good. I got you. Bet, got him. And then the stage turns around, or you get to the stage, and I'm pretty sure the fans, definitely the fans, but you got a couple league owners that's like, damn, I didn't expect you to choke. I ain't expect you to not be prepared at all. I ain't expect you to give me a round and a half. I ain't expect you to freestyle this shit though. Damn. Right? I don't think a lot of league owners on the phone with clips is negotiating like, yo, just go ahead and make it up as you go. Fuck it. No, that's not what's happening. So you got leagues that do know, seat filling moment, and leagues that don't know. And the real problem is the fans don't know. The fans have no fucking clue what type of business that the leagues and the battle rappers are conducting. They're in the dark. All they know is they see that fly and they see their favorite battle rapper, Geechee Gotti, pop up and say, oh shit, next Saturday I get to watch Geechee Gotti versus this person. One of the best battle rappers ever. I'm on deck. And then you're watching, and then I got to find out through a blog or a podcast like this, oh, that battle last year that wasted my fucking Saturday is because he got paid for Tomahawk or New York Strip instead of Tomahawk. Like, but what the fuck that got to do with me? Y'all didn't tell me that. You didn't tell me it was a 1-rounder. You didn't tell me it was a 2-minute drill. You didn't tell me it was 90-second rounds. You didn't tell me you wasn't paid like you weighed. You didn't tell me all these variables that will let me know whether I'm going to get Floyd Mayweather dunking above the rim, LeBron, Tiger Woods on his. You didn't tell me none of this. So you having this expectation on the league owners or the person that's booking you or your opponent is not going to transfer to the fans. And on top of that, it really should be if I sign that contract, A game. Now, the hustle is the hustle. The grind is the grind. When Geechee said, nigga, there's a reason I'm headlining. You see me, the Geechees of the world, the Twerks of the world, the Arsenals of the world, they could pull money out of battle rap forever. They could be booked forever. They are a minority. They're a draw. They're talented as fuck. And in some cases, they could do no wrong. We will always click play on Twerk, regardless of whatever happened in his last 3. It doesn't matter for a minority of some of these people. And also, they built up those fan bases. They put in that pain. Okay. The other 97% of battle rappers, I would never advise this. If you feel like the pay don't match the effort, don't take the fucking battle. If you take the battle, you put yourself out there, make sure that the league is represented in such a way where they can grow and come back and spin the block with you again. It's the paying forward thing, not just this moment right here in front of me, unless I know like, oh, these niggas is one and done. Fuck it, let me max out on them and get the fuck on. Max out, that's a ball. You see what I'm saying? Or the fan expectation. I just shopped with Gotti. Now when I see a similar type of league or a similar type of opponent that I don't really, I know this isn't Summer Madness. I know this isn't him battling Loaded Lux right? So I still want to have biased confidence that it's not the type of platform, it's not the type of card, it's not the type of promotion, it's not the type of opponent that I should expect Geechee showing up like he did versus Hitman. But last time I seen him in a smaller situation, that motherfucker gave us heat. Here's my $50, Gotti. Every time I'm shopping with you. Every time, every time. This shit is a domino effect, my nigga. It's a domino effect. So Gotti gets away with this because he's Gotti. What he's saying. So he's right for himself. But for all the rest of you, 97% of you motherfuckers, do not follow this shit. Okay? And if I want to be petty and just answer the final question once and for all, battle rappers are not cheating the culture. Yes, they are. But anyway, should how good a battle rapper performs be based on how much they get paid? The answer is no. You can change the circumstances. The talent is what we're paying for. It's that clear. If somebody is paying just to see you there, then that's like filling the seats, which is a form of manipulation. Not stealing, but manipulation. All right? But what they're really spending that money for is the raps, right? Does anybody disagree? It's the raps. It's the raps. So the quality of the raps changes. It makes it night and day. Battle rappers to perform based on how much they got paid. No. I don't want to see the layups. I don't want to see you dancing for 12 rounds and not trying to get that person up out of here. And I'm not trying to see you freestyle a choke. I'll talk about any entertainment field. That's not what I paid for. You know what I'm saying? So Gotti gets away with this because he's Gotti. The rest of you battle rappers, don't try this shit, man. Take the battle, give the fans that A game, because the fans aren't involved in the negotiations. Now, if the fans, here's the closeout, Gotti. This would makes your comment 100% correct and right. If the buying customers, the people that put the money in the artist's hands indirectly, right? If they have any type of input in the negotiations or the performance or the matchup or the card, if the fans have any of that input, then yeah, it's on them then. Because you get to say, look, I want to do something for the fans that spend money on battle rap. I want to battle. I want to rap. Here goes, this is how battle rap really works. Like, obviously, it's a different scenario. Battle rap really works where leagues only do events based on GoFundMes. Okay? And Gotti says, I want to be on the next RBE card. RBE says it's time. I put up the GoFundMe. That's the only way we bring money into the culture. That GoFundMe only gets the $30. Gotti gets to say, fuck y'all fans then, and show up for the $30 and give you a Tomahawk performance. Oh, I'm sorry, a New York Strip performance. Abso-fucking-lutely. But the fans have no clue. They're not involved in paying you. The league is. And you're also the other side of the negotiation as well as accepting and signing the contract. So how the fuck do the fans then just say, well, I'm sitting here watching the C game. How about this, Gotti? I got one more. I thought I was done. I got one more. Are the fans getting an option for a Tomahawk versus a New York Strip price? No, they're not. Ain't no rap grid going up and say, listen, this is the New York Strip price where the stream cuts off after round one. And this is the Tomahawk shit where you get to see all 3 rounds. Get to spend the 10 or the 50. No. The fans have no input. They're clueless and they're blind until they've already spent their money. So this doesn't work correctly. So Gotti, chill out, homie. Let's do the debate. I love debates, man. I was born to debate. I love the debates. It's my nigga, though. Shout out to Gotti. Shout out to Jazz. Shout out to EK once again. Great conversation. Great content. I love it. All right, up next. Did I drag him? Or did I take it light on Gotti? Let me look up. Let me look up a little bit. I don't mean to drag Gotti. Gotti, my nigga. I really, really fuck with Gotti. So I hope it didn't come off like I was dragging him. Did I drag him? Did I beat him up on that one? What is this? As long as ARP doesn't start calling checks and balances group his team, LOL, we will be all good. But it will always be brick by brick. I don't know what that's about, homie. We all team, man. Come on, man. I don't know what that's about. Brick by brick, of course. We're gonna transition in a second, people. I just want to make sure somebody ain't in here sticking up for Gotti. Check that Goods and J Mills interview. Out now. I'll give it a look. Shout out to both of them. Okay. Ain't no damn, nobody in here sticking up for Gotti? What's wrong with y'all? Nobody in here sticking up for Gotti? Come on, Gotti got a big fan base. Somebody in here sticking up for Gotti. You tried it, says I thought it was raps, but the way they keep booking, leave my nigga Clips alone, man. I'm not allowed to slander Clips, man. I get on his heels in private. Y'all know that. I even did a contract with him in the Blue Room that says no freestyling. Y'all know that. This is all fact. I get on his heels. I just don't do it. I leave him a little bit public, yeah, my nigga. You know my philosophy. Like if you don't want to drag somebody, then you just can't say nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the way to keep it real. Because if I come on here and try to clean it up, like that freestyle is actually epic from Clips, and it's like, ARP, you full of shit, nigga. Like, so I just don't say nothing. But Clips knows when he's on and when he be fucking up. Clips knows. He knows. I kind of know when a battle is going to go off or not. We are very sure of it, but not 100%, of course. Yeah, because as fans, and if you know the culture, you kind of could read the formula. What league, what promotion, what opponent. You know, even certain leagues have the reputations for paying top dollar. So you know that that's already taken care of. Certain leagues are known for going after quality matchups and even what card it is. If it's a max out, the promotion alone is going to make even somebody that made $500 come on 10. So all these different variables, you know, like, and the fans have learned a lot of this shit too, you know, along the way. Because battle rap is extremely transparent. The league owners, the bloggers, the battlers, we all talk to y'all. So we teach y'all everything. We teach y'all, yep, no, Verb only got paid $1,500 for let me stop. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's move on. Cam's beef, Cuba Gooding or Omar Gooding. Don't diss me. I might have messed it up a couple times, my damn self too. No disrespect. You know what I'm saying? But Cam'ron to Omar Gooding Jr., I booked you for a fake film. Never be with an evil genius. Yo, calling the booking for a fake film. There's only one way to interpret that. Like, I'm either fucking with you or I'm trying to set you up for something worse. So Cam calling it a fake film is so disrespectful, B. It's so disrespectful to me as an artist and an actor. But then he puts this picture up of him. Come on, man. When I see dude, I want to see the baby boy character. That's what I want to see. Cam, you can't be doing this to people, man. Fuck you, Cam. Cam'ron is getting the last laugh in his random beef with actor Omar Gooding after booking him for a role in a film that doesn't exist. That just sounds so crazy. Omar took offense to both Cam'ron confusing him, his Oscar-winning brother Cuba, by referring to him as Omar Gooding Jr. and using him as a backhanded example while discussing his famous baby boy role. All right, let's check out the footage of Cam. I think from what I know, it's really just Cam trying to talk about actors and what they're getting paid, but maybe he said some slick shit.
So a lot of people was like, yo, Cam, what's going on with you and Omar Gooding Jr.? Here's what happened.
Cast it, like, they no disrespect to nobody I'm talking about. When, like Vin Range, you sitting around, or Omar Gooding Jr., y'all niggas sitting around, like.
So that's what happened. I called him Omar Gooding Jr., and he's like, that you calling me out my name. Cuba's the junior. How am I be the junior? And he made 3 diss records. They wasn't that bad. They was actually pretty good, to be honest with you. But I was like, damn, this nigga's bugging. So when I did my freestyle, I said, please don't mention me with no Omar Gooding. He did another record. Cool. So this while we working on it is what it is. Buffer like Kim, we ain't got time for that, man. We gotta finish. I said Buffer's right, but I'm on vacation. So I threw up a post the other day like, yo, you a Nickelodeon kid. Stop playing with grown folks. So what do? He do another diss record. So you know me, I got a new way to play with niggas. Pause. Super pause. I'm gonna start booking niggas. Cause y'all broke. A lot of niggas is broke. I booked that nigga for $7,500 to do a movie for 3 weeks. He said I didn't. So you know what I did? I booked the nigga to do a movie that's never coming out. Like 3 weeks ago. Yeah, Omar. That movie you flew to Miami for, it ain't no movie coming out. I booked you. And I was laughing at you behind the scenes. I was there. I was sitting there laughing at you. And you know what? Now you're coming on Revolt tonight. Because you signed the paperwork saying I could do whatever with the footage. You thought them niggas was real movie producers? They are real movie producers. But them was my niggas. You was in a room full of niggas that was my niggas. Check it out, y'all. Look at this.
Whole staff. This is the whole staff from when I was shooting. Oh, look, he signed the paperwork. Hold on, let me get in here. He's signing the paperwork. This is meaning I can do whatever I want with this footage I want to do. Sign that paperwork right.
I didn't see this part.
You're reading for nothing, stupid. Put your fucking titties back in, nigga. What the fuck you doing with your titties out? Nigga, fuck is wrong with you, man? You're comfortable too. Nigga, mad comfortable. Put your titties away, nigga. I don't know what's wrong with nigga. Oh, look, he's brushing his hair. Look, hold on, let me get back. Oh, hold on, let me get back in. Get the waves right, nigga. Get the curls. Look at this nigga doing push-ups. I got this nigga doing push-ups. Get your ass on the floor and do push-ups, nigga.
Oh my God. I never saw this part.
Do your push-ups, nigga.
16?
Yeah, I got you doing push-ups, stupid ass. Look at me.
And that's just behind the scenes. So tonight at 10 p.m. on Revolt is going to be streaming tomorrow. Look at Omar Gooding playing in a movie that's never coming out. Mind you, they all speaking Spanish the whole time. He don't even speak Spanish. They talking about the nigga in Spanish while the movie's going on. So the dialogue is all Spanish and he don't know Spanish. They was talking about you, stupid. Now keep doing another record. I'm going to book you for my goddaughter baby shower. Her shit is in October. And we'll book you to do all the dish records. I'll pay you for that too, because what I'm gonna start doing is paying niggas just to laugh at them. It cost me $3,500 to do everything to book you, their hotel, your flight, all that shit. It cost me $12,000, $13,000 to go to the NBA game. I'd just rather laugh at you for $3,500. Be careful. This is my new shit. It's called Book My Ops.
I swear on everything. Let my life be in vain. I did not see all of that before. I just watched it for the first time with y'all. Oh, shit. Cam is different. You know, 50 is a little down right now after the whole thing with Jane Doe, allegedly. Cam might have moved into the top spot. You booked a well-known Hollywood actor, somebody that we respect and fuck with, for $3,500 up here talking about my basketball NBA games is $12,000, $13,000. I booked you for $3,500 in a room full of Spanish speaking niggas just lining you up, got you out there, shirt off, doing push-ups for nothing, signed the contract on site. And not coming out, and you signed away all the rights to the footage. So I'm just gonna sit here and exploit this and make more money. I'm gonna make more than what you got paid off of streaming the footage and shit. And it's not, yo, that is so degrading, B. I'm an actor. That's my grind. That's my hustle. That's my job. That's my legacy. That's what I'm known for. And here goes this rapper that booked me for $3,500 in a fake. Oh shit. Nigga said my niece's bar mitzvah or something is coming up and book you again, booking my ops. You know, it's crazy too, because when you hear about somebody booking somebody for some fake shit, it's supposed to be like a lineup, right? Used as like a tactic, right? But doing it in play, it's just playing with money like that and playing with people like for play. Cam got the top spot right now as far as this trolling internet shit. He do. Gilly getting slapped around by Cam Newton. These are beefs that I would never expect to. Gilly and Cam Newton in 2025. What is that? How? Podcast and NFL play. It's no different here. Cam rapper and act like yo, part of me wants to be like sympathetic, like, yo, Cam, that's fucked up. And the other part of me is just like, oh, that nigga Cam got him good. I ain't gonna read the rest of it. So when I did play this earlier too, that says Fix Your Mouth Part 3. So this one I heard, yeah, he's not that bad. Omar Gooding. If I say Junior, it's a problem. Omar Gooding, my bad. He's not that bad. He's not that bad. I was able to get through the whole song. You know what I'm saying? But damn. What's wrong with my fucking mouse? Oh, there we go. Okay. Here goes his response video to this shit. Or to Cam.
Top of the morning. Hey, I have to this is serious here because I gotta address this right away because people call me. I have to send an apology. Hold on, give me a minute. I have to apologize for what I'm about to do to this nigga on this music. It's gonna be diabolical. First of all, thank you, brother. Thank you. You are next level. A free trip to Miami, $2,500 in my pocket to do some push-ups with my shirt off. Thank you. And knowing that garbage ain't coming out is even better. Show it on your little show all you want if you need ratings that bad. I'm almost 50, nigga. You think give a fuck about man boobs and a titty? I never said I was in shape. Who gives a shit about that, nigga? I'm a grown-ass man, nigga. It was funny, though. I've been laughing. I've been with the shirt down. I've been laughing all morning. My niggas is mad. Nigga, calm down, nigga. It's clear you're not a rapper no more. You've decided to give up rap and just try to crack jokes. No, I'm not coming on your show. I'm not helping your ratings no more. But thank you. No bullshit. Thank you. This is about selling. It's about selling records and you getting ratings. If you don't think they tuning in for what I'm about to do, nigga, thank you, my nigga. And thank you. Book me for some more shit. I've never been to Ibiza. Book me for that, nigga. $2,500. That's not just one scene, in and out. Send me wherever you want, my boy. Keep booking. I'm gonna keep spinning it. And I got some push-ups here, nigga. Needed them. God bless you. I love you all. Oh, it's on now.
So, Omar, I do agree that, hey, if I could just get a quick flight somewhere for free, pick up a little quick bag or whatever, money is money. I value $1 like the next man. I feel you there. I don't know, but you just can't convince me that if you knew all of this was happening, that you would still actually pull up and do it. You can't convince me. That clip and that laugh that you did, it didn't convince me, buddy. I think you tried to convince people that you're not feeling away. And I think y'all, and that's why even at the end, you're like, oh, all right, now watch. What's next now? Then the songs come because you feel away. You know what I'm saying? And you're coming in. That's why I was showing the albums too. It's like you're saying that, you know, he's in this lane. He's trying to do jokes now, whatever. And you're trying to rap. I never heard you rap before. And so he's got you rapping too. You know, it's all content. And if it's all about bread, like you say, hell, I never been to Ibiza. Book me over there. I'll pull up and get some push-ups in for some fake shit or whatever and take another 5,000, 3,000, whatever. If it's purely about the bread, then you really don't have the angle of, oh, you don't rap no more. You podcast and you joke now because he's making millions and millions of dollars with Revolt and all this type of shit, talking his shit, telling his old stories, promoting whatever he's promoting, getting his sponsorships, right? He's another one that might be doing better now than he was in his music career, or definitely certain points of his music career, just like Gilly, just like Joe Button. So I don't know. The angle don't really land, homie. But shout out to Omar Gooding. All due respect for him, man. He's given us some dope shit over the years. I hope he continues to. I wish him greatness. I don't got nothing against the man. But Cam went to a whole nother level on this internet beefing type shit with you. And that's just how the cookie gotta crumble, buddy. Real shit. It's just that's what it is. All right. A quick T Hood update. Being that we have been following that for the last couple of days. And once again, condolences to all that are impacted, all the families, and rest in peace to T Hood. But yes, they're now at this point. T Hood murder case. Cops say suspect is son of Kirk and Rashida Frost. So that's what the police are on. At least that's what's being reported. Huge update in the T Hood murder case down in Georgia. Cops have identified their top suspect, and he is the son of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta stars Kirk and Rashida. Okay, TMZ obtained an incident report from the rapper's slang, and the Gwinnett County Police Department says their primary murder suspect is Kai Lashid Frost. T Hood's mom also told TMZ the alleged killer is the son of Kirk and Rashida. This guy doesn't even have facial hair yet, right? How old is he? Is this a recent picture? This is who they're pointing at, the son? How old is this kid? Not saying that age matters when it comes to taking a life. We've seen some young ones, get active like that, but wow. As a report, T Hood was shot in Georgia home Friday and later died. So we went through a lot of that yesterday and the day before. But also I saw this on Instagram. Police investigating T Hood's murder as possible self-defense shooting. His mother condemns decision. He was walking away and got 5 shots in his back. He won't let this ride. Getting shot in his back. Respectfully, I'm only about to say this because not like we lawyers over here, ballistics professionals, but we cover this type of stuff a lot, right? Getting shot in the back doesn't mean self-defense. Well, it doesn't mean self-defense as far as the overall incident that takes place, as far as like, let's say T Hood's beating on somebody and that guy's able to get to a gun and he happens to shoot him and the bullets land on his back, or if he reaches around and shoots him like this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the incident and what happened and the actions and the ballistics, all of that matters, it just isn't, somebody could be turning, like, I don't know. I think proximity matters, if the person, if it looks like the impact is like close range, like that changes possibly what's going on, allegedly. If the person is 10 feet away and hitting their back, that looks like retreat. And then you're going to have a problem, an uphill battle with that. Like 10 feet away, retreat. All these people that buy sniper scopes and shit, you can never use it unless you're hunting animals. You can never use it, right? Y'all watch too many movies if you got scopes on your joints in the crib. If it's for self-defense from humans, you might as well throw it in the garbage because you're going to jail if you shoot somebody at a certain distance, right? Okay, your sniper scope lets you be fucking accurate with that caliber of rifle and that length of fucking barrel at 100 yards. So you shot somebody 100 yards. This is not Dawn of the Dead. You didn't see zombies. You know what I'm saying? You shoot somebody that far away, they're going to say, you're not under threat like that. You probably had time to call the cops. You had time to barricade yourself. You had time to flee, get in a car, all this type of shit. No. You know what I'm saying? So proximity matters. It definitely fucking matters. But the self-defense thing is something that I think is going to weigh heavy on the outcome of this young man, Kai Frost, the 24-year-old son of Love and Hip Hop. Okay, so he's 24, saying Atlanta star, very young, has reportedly been named as primary murder suspect. It's very young. So then it becomes, once again, all those videos and audio and text messages and social media posts that just came out yesterday. I think that's a lot to put out, especially now that the families are going to be in a fight. You're going to have one side of the family that wants their son to be able to fight for self-defense and get out of jail. You got another side, the other side, and the other family that's going to want justice for a deceased young man. So super odds that they're about to be at. Okay. Last but not least, briefly, I try to always do the good, not just the bad. The ratings bad. Shannon Sharp gets sued. Well, let's come back when it gets dismissed. Same thing for Tank Davis. Domestic violence case dropped. Okay, the Miami-Dade State Attorney Office tells TMZ Sports the case was dropped as the victim is declining to prosecute per victim attorney, Lindsay Chase. And her sentiments were directly confirmed by the assistant state attorney handling the prosecution. The witness to the incident, who is the victim's mother, also failed to cooperate and failed after being subpoenaed for the pre-file conference on Thursday, August 7th. Followed-up attempts to contact the witness, which was the mother, via phone, were unsuccessful. It continued. The incident itself was not observed by the police officer who had been called to the scene, eliminating him as a possible witness to what has transpired. Okay. So, child allegedly, as well as the mother, they said, listen, man, fuck your subpoena. I ain't got no phone calls for you. I ain't showing up to that pre-trial, none of that. Tank, hit me. I don't know nothing about that. And I guess that's twofolded. If tempers flare and this is something that we can get through, then yeah, don't put the breadwinner and the father of your child, which is even more important than being the breadwinner, in jail. But at the same time, if y'all had a real situation and if y'all both also decided not to handle this legally, the right decision needs to be made for y'all as well as that child. Do we need to get the fuck away from each other? We just talked about yesterday, these toxic relationships ain't it. If you have an abusive man, leave. If you have an abusive woman, leave. Don't come back up here again on TMZ 3 years from now telling me some headline that you got stabbed by your baby daddy now or your baby mama. The staying there thing is just like, it kills me. It kills me. And I'm not even trying to say that Tank is guilty of this, but Tank has had even on camera physical disputes with his ladies, right? That basketball court shit. And I don't know if this is the first allegation on him. I'll say allegedly. So I don't know what's happening in a man's crib. I don't know. But if it's that, then y'all get away from each other. And that's from either direction. That's as politically correct as I could say it. Read between the lines. All right. Allegedly. Nikita at 6'11" told y'all what to do. She said that like button lonely. Go ahead and hit that. Appreciate that, love. Thank you. We got Drew that came in around 6'17", says Drake is trying to censor black art. Art has always been the space for black expression. We should look at someone that tries to censor us as an enemy. I don't know if I fully agree with this, Drew. I think what he's doing can result in censorship that record labels would enforce to avoid lawsuits. Like, oh, no, you're trying to put out a diss record calling somebody a pedo. Nah, we can't put that out because you saw what happened 3 years ago. Niggas get sued behind that shit like Drake did to UMG. Nah, I ain't having that. So indirectly, that could be the effect of it, which is why we have an issue. We could say like, yo, this can alter how these labels support, back, and market free expression, artistry, or rap battles, which is part of hip hop's history. Is Drake coming in purely and saying, I want to censor black art? No, I can't put that on his jacket. He's out there on tour rapping to this day. So I understand your point only from a after effect standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Nikita says, not asking for battery money, but got 17 acres. Oh, who's that? Verb, right? 625. Yeah, well, Verb still ain't want to show us even 1 out of the 17 of the acres. I ain't got nothing to prove to you niggas. You know how he's gonna spend that shit. You know what Verb gonna do. When stunting on an interview because there's a couple girls and men in the room goes wrong. So I'm the only nigga around here with 17 acres. Epic lie. Historic lie in battle rap. What do we got here? Nikita says Drake mad his hand got exposed. Which hand? Pedal hand? No proof. No proof. Battle or pillaging of the industry and fake cultures and mixing of lingos and all of that. Yeah, ghostwriting stuff. He's gotten slapped around a lot. You know what I'm saying? But what we went over for his lawsuit was like earlier this morning. It's like, oh, I don't know. James Halliburton says, hit that like button. 88 out of 367. It's putrid, chat. He's absolutely right, man. We need our likes up here, man. You know how easy it is. Y'all see, I practice what I preach. You see, if I remember, when we go to people's content, scroll down real quick, hit a little like on them. It costs me nothing. You know what I'm saying? It costs me nothing to show some love to the content that I consume that might be a part of my entertainment or a part of my day. A little like, boom. If I think it's bad content or I just like, I need this shit out of my algorithm, then I definitely don't like it. But if I'm like, nah, this was good, or it's good quality, or you put it together, or you put effort to this, or I learned something new, I give it a like. And then one thing about likes, people realize, forget the Sorry Shoe podcast. The likes is tied to YouTube's algorithmic processes, okay? Obviously, that's why people always want their videos liked. But when you like a video, if you truly like it, YouTube will also, it has the intelligence and the AI and the learning and the algorithmic system of YouTube is so fucking, it's deep. YouTube will figure out how to make sure that it puts good content of similar nature in front of you. And if you're a YouTuber, you know, or if you go to YouTube to watch whatever, that's how I found a lot of people, because I like this academics video, and then you let me meet Screw, and I'm like, oh, who's this guy? Let me watch. Oh shit. Okay, and because Screw is a hip hop reactor, and I like that video, then maybe YouTube realizes, like, from a string of people that watch similar content in that genre, let me show ARP next time he's on his homepage. Let me show him No Life Shaq, and then I click. Oh shit, this react is dope too. You know, that's how it goes. That's how people can meet Jay Black. If you watch No Life Shaq, who has a huge following for hip hop song reactions, or if you watch Knox, or if you watch Screw, sooner or later YouTube is going to make you meet Jay Black. That's how it goes, you know. And same goes for if other people that get referenced because they watch Jay Black, you know. So you might fuck around and like a Sorry Shoe podcast and find some other stuff that's dope for you too. I'm not insecure. I think that my content could be watched amongst the millions. I'm very confident in what we do over here and how we give it up. You know what I'm saying? I watch a lot of people. I'll tell y'all. If I was insecure, I'd come up here, nobody speak like no. I don't watch nobody but all shit. Shut the fuck up. You scared of competition? You scared? You scared? If it don't happen on your platform, it don't matter, huh? You scared? Oh, damn. I'll be stringing the truth around so crazy. Reference King. That's our fault. Just letting anybody in our culture. When we talk about the, was that the Geechee topic? Yeah, I'll check that out. Bricks from Jay and the big 10 piece. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate you, love. Jay is rich on the low, man. She be giving us a lot of super chats over here, man. It's not even payday. It's not even Friday. Jay, I might need some sponsorship from you or something. I know you got it. I have to talk some business with you. I need help. Fucking bills suck. And you got it. You get on my Averb shit. If you got it, I gotta figure out how to get it from you. Fuck that. You got it, Jay. Jay be dropping off a lot of big super chats, man. I'm in my Averb bag. You getting sued before the week is over. Now that I think about it. Yo, I'm suing Jay for putting the bricks in copyright infringement. I'm the only one that can say brick by brick. Jay put a super chat on the podcast with bricks, and she's claiming that it's her idea. Suing her. Wait, how much did Verb talk about? 100 grand at least. I know that I'm missing 100 grand somehow. Somebody else posted a screenshot of some money. So Jay, I'm gonna correlate that to these bricks. I need 100 grand from you, B. That's gonna help the rest of my year because I've been fucked up lately, especially when I'm not getting booked to battle. Nah, Jay, I figured something out. 100 grand, I'm on your head now. Yeah, I figured it out. And I just realized my come up. Jay is my come up now. I'm good. I figured it out. Called his lawyer. See what I could do. Ethan Johnson, our member, says subpoenas for documents to make lyrics in diss tracks land is super nasty work. Shout out to Checks and Balances. It is. It is. But the discovery that we went over is he's connecting some dots that really enforce his claims. So can he get those discovery things is always going to be a big question. You know, you could ask for the world. Are you going to get the world? Even if the documents exist, allegedly, people's not going to just jump through hoops to hurt themselves in a litigation. There's been things that I've asked for in discovery processes that I didn't get, you know, and maybe I don't expect to get them. You know, I know that this conversation exists. I know that this transaction exists. You know, you got to come at it in ways where you can get it. Like bank transactions and PayPal transactions and shit like that. Like if you can get a whole like proof, like I could log into PayPal and show the judge there's ways to pull reports back to 5 years ago or 6 years ago or whatever and show me this whole month spit out from PayPal. And I'm very confident that in there, I'm going to see this transaction that is a part of sabotage. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I think is very obtainable because the judge is going to lean on that because you're able to prove like, no, that's accessible to me. But how do you prove that somebody's still in a possession of a text message? I had that. And I was being dead honest because when I screenshot shit for my records, I don't screenshot. Like, let's say me and you are texting for 20 screen scrolls worth of text, right? But if this part right here where you say, yes, please pay me $500 to battle Charlie Clips on this date, boom, 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 send me the contract, I'll screenshot that, right? But the other shit above it where we're talking about, hey man, how you been doing this month, man? Yeah, the fans, you know, I think you're hot right now and the fans want to see you, man. So I think I might not screenshot that. But if I just if you say, hey, give me the conversation between you and Charlie Clips, and I say, well, here's what I have. And you say, yeah, but there's more above that, or there's more below that. It's honest. I literally don't have it. Because I never kept it. I never screenshot it. That was never relevant for my records and the purposes for me screenshotting, right? But you, in your mind, might think like there could be something else in there to help my case. So if I don't have it, how do you get it? You either prove to the judge to continue to force another route, because you really have some way of making the judge believe that it does exist, and I'm just being standoffish. You go to the phone company, which is a whole nother ball game, you know, of privacy and loops that you got to get through. But you know, Drake is asking for stuff that I'm sure is not going to come his way for one reason or another, if you catch my drift. Don Bean at 704. Shout out a membership gift on the channel. Thank you, Don Bean. Appreciate that as always. Hope somebody caught that. Jay came through with a sticker, a blue sticker, her favorite color. Miss Abby with a big super says, good morning, driving through Staten Island, headed to New Jersey for a beach day with my best friend. Stay hydrated, everyone. Good day, everyone. Glad the weather is good for a beach day. Anybody headed that direction? Beach on what's today? Today's Wednesday. Beach on a Wednesday. Oh, I need to figure out a way to sue Miss Abby too. Beach on a Wednesday. Yo, this suing shit that I be saying is crazy. Yeah, I'll figure out how to sue her too, y'all. And have a good day, shorty. Have a good day. Jay says, I got you. Bet. I want half of whatever money you got over there. You owe me $100,000. I don't know how, but somewhere I'm just gonna say you do. Jay Money gifted as well 3 minutes ago. So somebody should be catching that one before we drop the stream as well. Thank you, Jay Money. Really appreciate that. Members in the building. The green team is strong as shit. I dropped that members only video for y'all a couple days ago. I might try to get another one up for today or tomorrow. Like I said, 50-50 chance we will be here tomorrow morning. Also 50-50 chance that we will be here Friday morning. But if I'm not here tomorrow morning and if I'm not here Friday morning, then 100% chance we are here Friday afternoon to catch up on a couple things, okay? Got to handle that family business that I mentioned early in the stream. It seems like scheduling is evolving and equating up to. So it's I got to get it out my mind of the stupidity behind that situation. And once I forget about it, then I won't reference it so much. But my brain references things so much that anytime I think of frivolous accusations or lies, it's still in a corner of my mind. Like, oh, that guy did some stupid, blatant, clear-cut, lying, broke, conniving shit. Boom. And then the reference pops into my mind. And I just have too much proof around it where it's just like I could stand on the claim, you know? So, all right, y'all. Fun stream today. Drop a comment below of your favorite topic. Let me know how y'all feel about some of the stuff that we covered. Agree, disagree. I always love the comments in the chat. The comments post video. I read a lot of them during the day. Every once in a while, I respond to some of them, like some of them. Don't get yourself banned from the channel by saying stupidity, man. It's okay to have an opinion. Just keep it respectful. If you say stupid shit on the channel, you will wake up one day, you'll come over here and you'll realize, like, why can't I comment? Why can't I get in a chat? Why am I banned? You did something stupid that the mods or me or somebody just said, that's it. Like, we just don't need that type of energy. But that's far and few. That doesn't happen too often. But when I do see a comment like that, it's just like, what are you talking about? Like, you took time out of your day to type that. But the stuff to tell us ways we could improve, things we might have missed, things that you disagree with, and then give the reason why you disagree. Hey, I could learn like anybody else. I'll read your comment. I'll be like, you know what? I didn't think about that angle. You're right. And I might give you a comment back. So I appreciate that type of feedback. But all right, y'all. Enjoy your once again, it's Wednesday. We out of here.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss making decisions, my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I drop it, connected to block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry Street Podcast. Welcome to the house of. And shout out to the members.
Without, I think still got a gun.